What's up, anyone that joins me today? I'm running behind, so trying to get this ready. Here's hoping it's a more exciting episode today than the last two. I mean, it's hard not to be, frankly. But I really hope some of y'all join me for today's episode because I'm kind of tired. And the way the show's been going lately, I don't know if I can last the hour. Now we might have a stabbing today. Allegedly. Will we get to see it? That's what we're gonna find out, I guess. Also, for anyone here, which I think is just one person, um, if you're new to these watch-alongs, my live stream on Paramount Plus is usually like a minute behind the CBS episode. I still got Bold and the Beautiful ending music. All right, it's beginning for me with Tomas and Martin of all people. Oh, and if you're new to my watch-alongs, I take notes, so sorry for typing. Oh, yeah, just Tomas is just such a great boyfriend now. That's what we're supposed to think, I guess. Why Thomas being nosy about Ted and Nicole? Maybe Kat and Tomas are meant to be because neither of them can mind their business. So now the show wants to randomly circle back to Ted and Nicole after Nicole's been in a triangle and Ted's been with Chenise. Oh, here's Ashley to spice up the episode. Joke. Okay, Ashley's making me cringe already. Well, Haley's on. Maybe there'll be something spicy. Bill comes home with flowers instead of gaining a brain. My God, Haley, back in victim mode. Every time I think Bill might be gaining some brain cells, he tends to prove me wrong. What's up, Kaiwan, in the comments? Haley did get a chuckle out of me there. Well, a better opening than yesterday, even though, we have Grayson and Ashley to deal with. Kaiwan, are you watching today's episode if you're not home? And is anyone else watching live with me? Please keep me company. Trying to hold my hand to get through this episode, please. Thank you. Although it's seeming a little better than the last two. Oh, you're singing. Oh, I see. I listened to heavy metal again before today's episode, trying to hype me up because the last two episodes have been so boring. I feel like I need to be hyped up to make it through. But I didn't work today as good as it worked yesterday. Oh, my first drug commercial only took 7 minutes to get one. Anybody watching live, let me know in the comments. Take your bets if we're actually going to get to see Grayson be stabbed today or not. Since I think today that's when that's happening. What's up, Lulu, in the comment chat? I mean, you watching live, Lulu? The episode, that is. How you feeling about our start today? Does it seem more interesting than the last two? Although coming back with a flirty Ashley and Grayson isn't my favorite thing. Okay, Lulu. I mean, I do believe that Grayson has been taking care of his mom for so long, and that's why he needs all this money. Yeah, Kaiwan, they need to stop putting Ashley in relationship storylines because they don't work. They need to try something different. Oh, wow. Chenise is back at work. Kat still remembers Nicole's order. Kaiwan says, please make this the episode when Tomas gets killed. Please make this the episode. Thank you very much. We can pray together, Kaiwan, but I don't think that's going to happen. Scooby says, I would like to see Leslie get romantically involved with Derek. You know, at this point, it might be more entertaining than other things happening on this show. They could have a nice little love hate relationship. Because right now, I'm open to anything more entertaining than a lot of these current stories. You know, when the show first started, a lot of us complained about Martin's acting too, but I think Martin has grown, and then seeing him in this scene with Tomas makes me think that even more. Kaiwan says stunted the two worst characters on the show are speaking. Are you talking about Martin and Tomas as the two worst characters? Maybe if it was Tomas and Vanessa, that'd be the two worst characters. Lulu said if Tomas show more range of emotions, he will be all right to watch. Yeah, that's the problem. He doesn't have a range. It's kind of the same, although he's smirking a little more these days. Well, every time it seems like Bill's taking one little step of figuring something out, of not being dumb, it tends to fall apart in the next episode. Kaiwan says the fact that Kat is still with Tomas, even though he slept with her sister, makes me stupid and crazy. What makes it more stupid is that I don't feel like they ever had Kat ever deal with that with Tomas. I felt like she was upset with Eva because they're in the rivalry, so it was kind of plot driven. But when it came to Tomas cheating on her, she kind of swept it under the rug in like a couple of episodes. But now the show wants us to believe that they're a happy little couple. And thus, that's just one example of the problem I have with Tracy Thompson's current writing on this show. Although some of that happened before she came on as co-head writer, I think. But the whole Tomas and Kat are a happy relationship is definitely with the new co-head writer. I took no notes on that Tomas and Martin conversation. I don't know if I should even go back and take more notes for my review later, because why? I don't want to jinx it, but at least this is a trash-free episode. That's the positive thing I'll say so far for the episode. Because I know she'll be in at least one more episode this week, if not both. Kaiwan, are you saying if they don't kill Tomas off, they should just sit somewhere else? Seeing all these commercials for the rest of CBS's primetime shows, they gotta be pretty boring. Well, Ted has been trying to spend more time with Kat. Hopefully, he's making some progress with the Cat fan base out there that hate him. Lulu said, I think Lynette will reappear and tell Bill about Haley. I mean, I just hope Lynette reappears, period, hopefully. Kaiwan says CBS has the worst primetime shows ever, except for Matlock and Ghost, in my opinion. Yeah, Ghost is the only one that seems interesting, but I don't watch any of them. That's a great question to Ted. Why doesn't Ted have his own place yet? I mean, we know why because they don't have the money for sets, but nonetheless, it's a good question. Yeah, I know, Kaiwan. That's why we don't have so many sets like we should. These characters love to talk about Madison being sued way more than we actually see it. Now Ashley ratting out Nicole. Chenise will get to the bottom of it. I've missed Shanice's energy, frankly. Lulu says, I think Ted and Nicole will get back together. Neither is getting serious with anyone else. Yeah, they might. Not that I care about their relationship, honestly. Taiwan says, I can't get over this Madison storyline. Anti RFK. What's up, Blatant Truth? How are you? Are you watching live, Blatant Truth? Blatant Truth says Nicole's been a red a lot lately. She's trying to be her new sexy self, you know? They really want Martin to run for bigger office. I mean, Nicole's been with the same man for a long time. I'm sure she wants to try and play the field. I can't blame her on that. Well, it seems like they're doing a like House of Reps race for Martin right now. I assume that's what he is. Let me go see if I have any notes to take real quick while it's advertising. Not really. Lulu said, I wonder who will get stabbed this week. And also, I wonder when will Joey call on these favors that he keeps doing for others. Well, I think the person's supposed to get stabbed today, allegedly, Lulu. As for Joey, I feel like Joey is a part of the storylines that get dropped and started again. So who knows when he will call this favor of Martin? And who knows when his blackmail of Leslie will be used again? Let me go see what Twitter is saying about today's episode. I like to check about midway through. People are shocked that Nicole has seen both of her children today. That is kind of a big deal for Nicole and Ted as parents. I do see people on Twitter saying that season 2 has been so boring this week, especially. What's up, Devin? I wouldn't say a good episode so far today, but I would say slightly improved over the last two. Slightly. Honestly, the best part of this episode is that Chenise is back for me. Devin seems excited that Shanice is here too. Yeah, her energy has been missed on this show of where we had these boring episodes as of late. But I feel like it might be bad news today for Shanice where Ted is concerned. Ted still hasn't given Shanice a key, but Kyle sure did give Nicole a key. I won't comment on that, Kawan. Blatant Truth says, "Are you streaming from different platforms?" No, I'm just here on YouTube. James says Shanice is looking like a whole snack. Kaiwan says Ted is a clown now, not a strong, capable guy like the original actor. He's definitely different. They're really bringing up Martin's past secret a lot. It must be dug up soon. Although how soon? Probably not that soon on this show. Kaiwan says, I mean, who would figure out Martin's secret at all? I mean, the guy that I don't know who's going to. figure out Martin's secret and why it would matter unless he just loses his job as a politician. Devin says, freaking work. I want to go home and watch along. Sorry, Devin. Maybe one day in the distant future, I'll do a watch along for something at night, like Big Brother in the future. Nicole wants to be the fixer so bad. Devin said, boss gave me permission to apply to Big Brother if I get on. Oh, that's great. You should apply. I would love to talk shit about you while you're playing, Devin. James says Martin is so intentional in his unintentional self destruction. It seems that way. Oh, Nicole throwing it in Martin's face that he vowed to be a better husband, not keep a secret from Smitty, as if Smitty don't have a secret of his own. Devin, I would only hate on you and Big Brother if you played like Keanu. Blatant Truth says Smitty too busy sneaking around in the back alleys. It's true. Bill learned money's gone. Will Bill take this information and be smart about it? That's the big question. Kaiwan thinks the actor that plays Smitty is too young looking. Both Smitty and Martin are too young looking for the teenage kids that they have. Lulu says, I wonder if Haley took it. Maybe. That would depend on the edit they give you. Blatant Truth says, no, Bill will continue to act like he can't see what's right in his face. That's become the worst thing about the Bill character. He can be such a great character, but they decide to write him as just one big stupid idiot when it comes to Haley. but he should be able to, put two and two together about this missing money. James said, Bill's finding out somebody's had their hand in his piggy bank. His money is messed up. But will Haley just be able to sweet talk him down? Devin says the actor that plays Bill is such a good actor too. It sucks seeing him have to play half dumb. I agree. I think he's the best actor on the show overall, men or women. When I check social media for this show, there's a lot of people that agree with the writing. So I'm glad to see that people think the new co-head writer is not very good, that people want Guza back. I think what Guza did best as co-head writer in the first 6 months was the storylines at least had a flow and a purpose, and some of them actually had a payoff. I think that's kind of a big deal. I don't know if I've ever seen Guza's One Life to Live, but I've seen plenty of his General Hospital. The later years definitely pissed me off. Me too, actually. I'm so glad Shanice is back. I mean, not a great greeting by Ted. You're here. Like, no hello? Damn, guy. Ron Carlivati was the writer the last several years of One Life to Live. I wanted to like today's Nicole and Martin scenes, but Nicole acting like the big bad fixture all the time. I don't love it. Well, Kat looks good for her date. Too bad it's with Tomas. Oh my god. Let's see if Tomas can actually work it today. I mean, some slight emotions out of Tomas. Maybe if they just have Tomas dance in every scene, he'll actually be better. I think they may have figured it out. Tomas just has to dance in every scene. Oh my god. I don't know if it's worth it, Devin. Lulu said, "Cat looks pretty today. Her hair today. Yeah, she looked good. You were glad to see Tomas smiling. I'm just surprised she could smile. He could smile. Oh, for the record, my Paramount Plus live is usually like a minute behind CBS. All right. She's still gonna worm her way out of this somehow. Lulu says, "I think Bill knows. Yes, he's gonna know something, but I don't know if it's gonna be as big of a deal as it should be." Taiwan, I don't know the Susan Moore story enough to know the parallels to her and Haley. Lulu says Haley has Bill wrapped around all her fingers and toes too. Yeah. When she said yesterday, I think it was, that she can play Bill in her sleep, she was correct. Anytime a Febreze commercial pops up, I wanna see Nicole in it, but it never happens. Well, Kaiwan, we'll see if it ends in Haley's death or not. What's up, Book Diva? Thanks for telling people to hit the like button because I'm not good at asking. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe today's not the stabbing episode, but I'm pretty sure the spoiler said it was. Maybe that's going to be our cliffhanger that they spoiled for us in the preview. If Bill acts like this in court, Haley, he's not very good. So it sounds like Haley did send Lynette money before she disappeared. Oh my god, he's gonna use. Let's hope for once Bill doesn't believe her. For once. Kaiwan asking if the stroke made Bill a coward. Maybe it did. Book Diva said, "Thank you for doing these watch along, break up the boredom of the lackluster episodes." That's the exact reason I'm doing them, Book Diva, to try and be more interested in them. James says Grayson has made Ashley come alive. She is a very pretty lady. It's better than her and Derek, but I'm still not into it. I think Tomas gives the worst gifts. A calculator and now a door knickknack. I would love for Tomas and Kat to go to Puerto Rico and for him to stay there. I don't want them to give Tomas more family, Kaiwan. And Devin, I agree that Ashley should at least be single, if not psycho. Oh, uh-oh. Chenise thinks something real is happening. I don't know if Ted does. Sorry, I gotta take some notes and then I'll go to the chat. Kaiwan says, "Do you miss when soaps had a new character that was somewhat connected to an old character?" Um, it doesn't matter to me, honestly. Sometimes I like when characters are connected to another character, but the soaps have had way too many related over the years. Where now, two of the soaps almost have kissing cousins going on. Blatant Truth says Ted is full of crap. Yeah, he kind of is. James says, "Hang in there, Shanice. Nicole needs to stay with Carlton or Mikhail. Get lost, Nicole." I mean, I do like Ted and Shanice more than a Ted and Nicole recoupling for me personally. Yeah, I'm glad that Shanice has her energy back on this show, Kaiwan. Who in the chat thinks Bill's gonna hold strong by the end of this episode and not believe Haley again? I just want some cereal after all these cereal commercials today. All right, here's the last segment. Listen, Cat, you don't need to get in deeper with old R2D2. Yeah, because I would really want to go meet all your aunts and uncles. Kaiwan Kid Rock was not better, Kaiwan. Devin said, still shocked we didn't get a Wagobi ad with Bill still being soft about this. Kaiwan sounds like the Undertaker down there. James says Tomas and Kat are solid as a rock. Isaiah and Eva will be solid as well. I don't love that Tomas and Kat are solid as a rock. She's only good at manipulating your ass, Bill. Oh my god, Bill's never gonna get it together, or maybe he's gonna look suspiciously when she walks away. Nope, not even looking suspiciously. Oh, finally, maybe a stabbing on camera? There's Ren. Listen, I'm just glad this is actually on camera. That's the most action this show has had since I mean, I know Ren kicked Jacob a few times, but it hasn't had action like that since Leslie, Miranda, and Laura. Let me take this note and then I'll finish up in the chat. Let me see what y'all were saying. Scooby says Cat is way too good for Tomas. Correct. Devin says Tomas is living the life many men, not me. Way to put that in the comments, Devin. Have dreamed of getting to sleep with your girlfriend's sister and still have a good relationship with your girlfriend. I mean, he's living some kind of dream, that's for sure. Blatant Truth says we got action. Finally, we did. Kaiwan also seems glad we got action. Lulu says, wow, poor Grayson. James says, wow, it was on screen. Devin says, oh my God, I need to go watch. Denise says, finally, some action. Blatant Truth says, so Grayson's mother does exist. Yeah, I figured he was telling the truth. Devin says, sounds like this was a killer episode. Well, it was okay, you know. It was better than the last few, though, for sure. All right, I must go. I will be back with my review for the episode later tonight. Thank y'all for joining me. It's always fun talking to y'all in the chat while we watch these episodes and try and get through them, even though today was better, at least. I think Chenise returning really helped too. I do want to say before I go. I will attempt to do this again tomorrow.